Hello, welcome back to another video. For those of you who doesn't know me, my name's Leon, and you can find me here on Facebook, on Instagram, and my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that so. Thank you very much. So today I want to come back and make another video and talk about this little camera that I have called the Insta360. And the reason why I want to make this video is because I use it for 3 weeks now, and I have some pros and some cons that I want to talk about. Before you go out and spend your money on this little camera, you get to know what are the pros and cons. So that will help you make a decision for your purchase. All right, here we go. Coming right up. Right off the bat, I want to say that this little Insta360 GO camera is very fun to use. I have been using it for a couple weeks now. I very enjoy using it. You can do all kinds of creative ways of using this. You can put it up high, you can put it up low, you can put it up to the left, to the right, you can put it inside something. There's a million ways to use this. It is very fun to use. One other thing that I haven't tried it yet is using it on my bicycle, and also using it on playing basketball with my kids. I think this will be a fun camera to use. I will find a good time to put a good use to this little camera. I want to take it on a kayak. I want to take it for a ride on the highway, possibly, and just to see what kind of interesting video that I get. So here are the things I want to talk about. Let's talk about some of the cons, and then we jump into the pros, and then let you know what's going on. So here's the thing. I have a hard time transferring the files from this to my phone. That's because this lightning connector here is very short. You can't just plug it on the bottom of your phone. It doesn't work like that. To do that, you have to remove the case out of your phone every single time. I find it's very annoying to do that. I don't like to take my phone out of my case all the time. You know, I want my phone to be protected. I don't want to keep taking my phone out of my case. So the lightning connection is just too short. It won't do the job. I just wish there's a dongle that I can buy so that way I don't have to keep taking the phone out of case. I did saw there is a little dongle that I can buy for it, but I wasn't sure it's gonna work. I'm gonna have to make a trip to the store and buy that, try to see if it works. I haven't done it yet. But if it does, it will be awesome. But this is the biggest annoying for me, is that I can't plug into the phone to transfer the files because of the phone is inside a case, and I don't want to take the case out of my phone all the time. I prefer Insta360. It's a little longer so that I don't have this problem. But right now, that's the biggest problem that I have. I find it's annoying, I don't like it, but I have to live with it. Otherwise, it would be awesome gadgets to have. So that's the biggest complaint that I have. And then moving right along, the other biggest complaint that I have is this camera here is very small. It's kind of hard to handle sometimes. You might find yourself dropping a few times. I already dropped a couple times. Luckily, it's on the grass. It didn't damage or anything. But be very careful how you're taking out of the case. If you have big hands or fat fingers, sometimes it's just hard to take it out, and then you accidentally drop it. And the other thing about this little camera is that the battery life is bad. It sucks. The battery life is very short. This thing can record maybe 20 clips of video, and then the battery die. It's gonna take you another 15-20 minutes to charge it again. So it's not convenient. The battery dies too quick, and the memory fills up so quick. After 20 some video clips, this thing fills up. I have it set at 30-second recording, sometimes 60-second recording. I only get like about 22, 23 clips, and this thing died. either the battery die or the memory just fill up. It just gone so quick, you can't really do much with it. So with that, you have to be very, very careful and think very careful about what you're gonna record. Because if you don't, then this is gonna fill up pretty quick. It's gonna take your times to download into your phone. It's gonna take your times to charge this thing up, which you're gonna be missing a moment. When you're out there in the real world, you don't always have time to charge this camera, and you don't always have time to transfer the files to your phone. So I found that those things are pretty annoying. The other thing is, I brought this battery bank with me. I have the cable and plug into this and have it charge. I can always have my battery out there in the real world, but still it's gonna take you at least 15 to 20 minutes to charge this thing before you can even use it. That I found out that it's not convenient. It's not the best way to do it because this thing's so small, the battery always dies. So with that, you have to be very, very smart about your uses. Don't always record. Just record what you really, really want to record. But it's hard. Sometimes you don't really know exactly what you want to record. So I can see kind of both worlds right there. But this battery here comes in handy for this. With this battery bank, I can have this charged all day and I can be out there in the real world for a whole day. I have enough battery to record, but there's gonna be in between that you can't record because you gotta charge it. I wish that you can charge this and use this at the same time, but you can't. It doesn't design that way, it wasn't built that way. But that's my cons right there. Those are my cons. The other con that I have is that when you transfer your files from your camera to the app, it is annoying. You have to put it inside the creator charger here, and then when you plug into the phone, you have to use their apps. You download the video files from the camera to the app, and then you can transfer from the app to your camera roll. That's another extra step that you gotta do. It is time consuming, it's annoying. I mean, the Insta360 app is good, but it's not that friendly to use, I found out. I rather use my iMovie to make my editing when I do that transfer. That's another time that lost. That's another time that you gotta do. So ideally, it's not the best solution, but that's what I want to do and that's how I do it. It's just killing your time. It's just time consuming. So if I can transfer the files from the camera to my camera roll without transferring into the app first, then that will save me a lot of times. I'm going to play with it a little more. There's something that I might be missing. If anybody knows about it, please leave a comment below. Let me know. That's something that I've been kind of having a little headache with. I'm sure there's a way to get around it. I just got to play long enough to figure out. All right, let's talk about some pros that this thing has. I really, really enjoy using it. It is very small and it's very portable. You can pretty much mount it to anywhere you want. It's magnetic. It sticks right onto just about any surface. It's sticking onto your car, sticking on the pole. It's magnetic. It worked out pretty good. I like that. It is very small. It's lightweight and it's portable. You can just put it right here. There's a tripod thread right there. You can have this sitting on the tripod. You can put this right onto your selfie stick. Then you can have it far away from you. It gives you a lot of options to shoot from different angles. You can stick it inside the pool, stick inside the fence, stick it inside behind this object. And this gives you the versatility that you like. With this mount here, this gives you a lot of options, a lot of opportunity to do so many great things. You can have this million ways to shoot. I really, really love it. This is probably the most mounting that I ever used. I really, really glad that they included this inside the package, which has turned out to be pretty nice. I use this about 90% of the time. This mount here, I use this about 90% of the time on my shoot. So there's one small thing about this mount is that this hole right here is so small that I can't even put my finger in. I have to use my pinky finger, poke it in, trying to get the camera out. See how the camera still doesn't come out? So you just have to be very careful every single time when you take the camera out of this thing. I wish this hole right here is a little bigger where I can actually put my finger in and push it right out. Otherwise you use something to push it out, and I don't like doing that because you might damage the pin connector behind the camera. Otherwise, it's pretty awesome. I mean, you can always switch it upside down, but I mean, so that's the way the design goes. That's just a small thing, no biggie, but I have to talk about it, so that's what it is. And then the other thing is, It comes with this index that you can wear on your neck. It's a necklace medallion that you can wear. You stick right onto it. You can just walk around, running around. Your hands are free. You can do whatever you want to do. It's awesome. It's great. But a lot of times I always forget this index. I didn't bring it with me, and I end up not able to use it because I didn't have it with me. And also that you will get tired of the same shot with this angle because you're always going to be seeing from your chest out. You don't always want to shoot that same angle. I'm kind of get tired of this angle shooting it from my chest sometimes, so I switch around a little bit. It's just nice that they included this into it, but you don't always want to shoot it from this angle. Another thing is it's got an LCD light flashing right here. When I press it, it's flashing right there. You can see that's how you know it's recording. But then this light is flashing, so people is gonna know that you're recording. I don't like that part. That's not so right. I don't feel right when people know that you're recording them with the flashing light. I'd rather that light to be not flashing, so that way you're not so obvious. You're out there in the public, you have a little camera that attached to your body and it's flashing. People's gonna know that you're recording them. That's not so private. I don't really like that part. I just want to be very, very quiet, stick it on and walk around inside a supermarket, walk around the mall, walking around the public. People doesn't know that I'm recording them, and it becomes more natural. The second that people know that you're recording them, the awkward just completely changes. It's not friendly anymore, and you're feeling embarrassed about it. You're feeling unfriendly about it once people find out that you're recording them. That's the part that you just have to watch for. I hope that they don't get mad or get angry when you're recording them. Otherwise, it could be a problem when you're recording people. So that's something that you need to think about and be careful when you use this. Might as well keep it quiet. People doesn't know that you're recording them, then you're safe that way. But a lot of times people will not know that you're recording them with this because it's so small and it's mounted to your body. And then you get a pretty nice, awesome shot in a public place because people act naturally. They don't know that you're recording them. So that's the good part about it. Other than that, those are the few small things that I talk about. There are many ways to use this thing. You just have to be smart about it, be very creative of your shooting. I have so much fun using it. I became a lot more creative when I used this. This made me think outside the box how I get my awesome shot. You guys already seen some of my video in the past that I'm using this. You can see how nice this is. I love it. It is so nice. It's so awesome. It gives me very, very good angles in a lot of ways. I can get very low down on my shoes. I can get way high up. I can get way over there to the left, to the right, and you get some awesome, awesome job without having a camera following you around. So with that, these are just a few issues that I talked about when I'm using this for the last 2 weeks. I hope that when you guys use this, you get a whole idea of what I'm talking about. But if you guys do own one of this and you have some awesome video, please share it to me. I like to see it. Or you can just have any question, leave it on the comment below so I try to answer as best I could. I have made like 10 videos out of this little camera already. I think they're pretty awesome. I recommend you guys to go watch it and let me know, leave some comment, let me know. Other than the few stuff that I was talking about, I hope the next generation, this thing will be improved, such as the storage needs to be a little bigger, at least 16 or 32 gig. I hope the battery life is going to be twice as longer. And then I hope that they improve the app so it's a little more friendly to use. And then I hope they improve that with the way you transfer file from the camera to your phone so that it's not too time consuming. Other than that, everything else seemed to be pretty great. I have fun using it. I enjoy using it. There's so much to it that I can do with this. I love having it. In fact, I win another one from a YouTube giveaway for free. So now I have 2. I can probably put these 2 together. I have 360 video, but that's more video coming out in the future. Please subscribe and follow me for the future video. So let's wrap it up to everything that I got, everything that I said. I hope you guys understand what I was talking about. I did have some fun with this, and I do have so much idea how to use this thing. So I hope you guys find today's topic is a little interesting about this little camera. Again, leave some comments below. Let me know what I can do so that you can understand a little more about this camera. I have been using it for 2-3 weeks. I understand a lot of things about this. There's a lot of room to be improved on this little camera. At the same time, this camera is pretty awesome, I think, in my opinion. So thank you very much for stopping by today. This is what I have about this little camera. Until next time, take care, everybody.